Have you ever considered that the stories we read are not just entertainment, but essential tools for understanding ourselves, each other, and the world around us? In an age of endless data streams and automation, the human connection offered by literature is more vital than ever. This week, we are diving deep into the theme of literature and us, exploring why stories matter, how they are constructed, and the incredible impact they have on our lives. My friends, we have a full week of content designed to connect you with the power of the written word, whether you're a lifelong book lover or just getting curious. I'm Danny, and this is an overview of what we're going to talk about this week on English Plus Podcast. Now, let me start with the podcast itself. Our main podcast series will guide you through the core of what makes literature so powerful. We're going to start with our first episode, which we're going to publish today. And in this episode, we ask the question, why literature still matters in the age of AI. We'll kick things off by exploring how literature uniquely builds empathy and critical thinking in ways algorithms can't. In the second episode, we'll talk about the universal elements of storytelling. Now, this episode breaks down the building blocks of any great story, like character archetypes and narrative structures, showing you that you already intuitively understand the rules of literature. In the third episode, we'll talk about speaking the language of literature. You'll gain the confidence to discuss books like a pro. We'll equip you with practical vocabulary to talk about genre, theme, and character development in a non-academic way. In the fourth episode, we're going to take a journey through world literature. We're going to take a tour across continents and centuries as we celebrate the diversity and shared human desires found in world literature. And in our fifth episode, we're going to tell the story of literature from Gilgamesh to the digital age. We're going to trace the grand history of literature from the earliest epics to today's interactive digital formats. But of course, that's not everything we're going to talk about. We also have our Thinking Loud episode, and these are our shorter reflective series. We're going to start by talking about how your stories matter, which is an encouraging episode about recognizing the literary value in your own life and experiences. We're going to go beyond the plot. We'll explore how great stories challenge our assumptions and inspire personal growth. We have the narrative thread. In this reflection, we connect literature to life's big philosophical questions like free will, morality, and the search for meaning. And then we're going to rewrite reality, which is a thought experiment on how speculative fiction has inspired real-world innovation and can fuel our own creative problem-solving. But if you think that's everything we're going to talk about, you're mistaken. We still have the magazine articles. Now, let me tell you about the 5 magazine articles we're going to talk about this week. Now, for those of you who love to read, we have 5 new articles delving into fascinating topics that we're going to post this week. And of course, because it's English Plus Magazine, so it's not just the article. We have the article, we have our focus on language sections, where you're going to build your vocabulary bank. We're going to have our speaking challenges, our writing challenges with some grammar to help you with those challenges. We're going to have discussion questions and a lot of activities that you can use to improve both your English and knowledge. And within the articles, there's going to be the learning quiz, which we moved from being on its own to being inside a magazine article. And this one is not just a quiz. It's not a quiz about what you learn in the magazine articles. And I insist here that it's a learning quiz because there's feedback for everything and hints for everything. So it doesn't matter if you get it right or wrong, because no matter what your answer is, you're going to learn something. These are also going to be embedded. All right, now let me tell you about the 5 articles we're going to release this week. The first one is called The Pen as a Lever: How Literature Changes the World. You'll discover how books have acted as powerful catalysts for social and political change throughout history. And our second article, it's about reading between the lines of your own life. You're going to learn about the science of reading and how it improves brain connectivity and problem-solving skills. Then our third article is about Beyond the Bound Book. We'll explore where to find powerful storytelling in the 21st century, from graphic novels to prestige TV and cinematic video games. And then our fourth article is about The Ghost in the Machine and the big question, can AI truly write literature? This is going to be a deep dive into the intersection of AI and creativity and what makes the human author unique. And our final article for this week is going to be about the author's shadow. We're going to explore how an author's personal history can add profound new layers of meaning to their masterpieces. And here, let me tell you quickly about the learning quizzes that are going to be embedded in those articles. In these 5 quizzes, we're going to match dystopian novels to their social commentary. In another one, you're going to discover your personal reader archetype. In the third one, you're going to identify classic literary tropes in modern movies and TV shows. You're going to see if you can spot an AI-generated paragraph from a real one. And we're going to finish by guessing the famous author from their bizarre former day job. It's interesting, right? But if you think that's everything we're going to do this week, you're mistaken, my friends. We're also going to have our listening comprehension practice series. We have 5 new listening comprehension practices set in the world of words, including a university lecture on magical realism, a passionate book review, an author's personal reflection, a librarian's practical advice, and a modern fable about technology. Well, our listening series, of course, is designed to improve your listening skills, especially for those who want to improve their listening skills for international exams like SAT, TOEFL, and IELTS, or what have you. So you might give it a try, you're going to learn something interesting, and you're going to improve your listening skills along the way. But that's not everything. I'm going to finish with the series that we are releasing this week, and this series is called The Story of Literature. This epic 10-episode odyssey will transport you through time and across cultures, from the first tales etched on clay tablets to the global voices of the 21st century. Prepare to journey from the epic of Gilgamesh to the magical realism of Latin America and beyond. It's an exploration of how stories connect us all through our shared human experience. My friends, I can't wait for you to join me this week to celebrate the incredible world of literature. And now, before I leave you, let me remind you that if you want to support English Plus Podcast, you can do that by subscribing on Apple Podcasts or on Patreon. You can find the links in the description of the episode. Thank you very much, and I'm so excited about what we're going to cover this week. I'll see you again soon.